Alright, I'm going to be continuing the tower campaign, the Dragon Slayer, and this is going to be Act 2, Rust Dragons. So I chose my starting hero. I'm going to stick with Drakon, or Drakon, whatever you want to pronounce it, Akon, Drakon, whatever. But I have my starting resources is going to be 18 gold, 1 building material, and 3 crystal. But for my starting bonus, I chose plus 5 building material, which was one of the options. The other was reinforce my magi, which I did not. I start with a pack of gargoyles, a pack of iron golems, and a few magi. The reason I chose not to reinforce them for free at the beginning is I start with a citadel, so that is going to aid in the fact that I often reinforce without having a citadel in my videos. So this time, it won't be a problem. Before I begin, some mistakes that I made last video that need to be addressed. First off is I did a encounter where I got a full level, but I only get the 2 experience points, which would be a full level if it is higher than my hero's current level. Otherwise, it is just a half experience point. So, just 1 on the track. I was going up a little too much. Second is my spells. I was casting my spells and discarding cards to add power to them. However, that is not how it works. It only works if you actually use power symbols. So in other words, no discarding intelligence to just somehow summon up power. It's got to be the power symbol. And these errors were pointed out to me by, I believe the name is Q the Rage. So thank you for pointing those out. Hopefully I'll do better this time. But the last one that I made was when I was able to search the artifact deck, I may either take the top card off the discard pile or search the appropriate number that it told me to search cards off of here, choose one, put the rest in the discard pile. I believe I just blindly chose the top one. Not a huge mistake, but whatever. And the reason I chose to stick with Drakon this quest is because I wanted a might hero. However, I only have 2 magic heroes available to me, so I'm going to stick with the one that I was playing with. A task worthy of the hero. You look over the map of the region. According to the scouts who have just left your tent, the rust dragons have taken to feeding from the mines near the town of Ochre. It's not surprising, they live and feed in sulfur mines. These uncommon beasts have chased off the peasantry, and now their livelihoods are in jeopardy. As a hero, I should do this for the town's people, you exclaim to yourself to boost your resolve. Yet I do this to hone my skills. Where rust dragons abound, the azure may be nearby. Rust dragons spew a concentrated acid as their primary attack. This acid is capable of eating through the strongest armor. This fight promises well. Alright, so we are going to begin on round 1, which is a resource round. However, it's the start of the game, so I don't get any resources. We went and go ahead to jump to player's turn. Got my 3 movements set up. I will check my starting hand is intelligence, chain lightning, knowledge, and power. I can't do any expert level spells or stuff, so I'm going to discard this and I will discard intelligence. I'll draw 2 more, archery and view air. All right. So that's going to be my starting hand. I'm level 1 again. Hand limit is reached. Number of cards in your hand. All right. Now to use my town actions, which I'm immediately my favorite and probably always going to be consistent first action, is getting my secondary hero. Because I need somebody to explore. Oh my goodness, come on. Okay. I need someone to explore. Again, they can't occupy the same space, but I am going to move them out. This is just for my sake. And I am also going to... Oh, I can't. I was going to upgrade my magi. I looked wrong. It's 6 gold to recruit them. I should have maybe taken them as a reinforce option. Interesting. Anyway, I am going to now get my 2 movement points for my secondary hero. He is going to spend 1 to go down here. That's a level 1 encounter I think I actually want. He'll go here. Roll the resource die. That's the treasure die. I haven't played in a little while. Alright, 6 gold. Okay. I already used my recruit to get my my secondary hero. Can I build anything? City Hall is 10. Yeah, let's build a City Hall. There's 10 gold, 4 building material. And we are going to build the City Hall. At the beginning of each resource round, choose either 4 gold or draw a card from your deck. Well, I don't think I like the draw card from my deck, because if I'm beyond my hand limit, then I'll have to discard it anyway. I mean, I guess it's whatever. Drawing a card is usually never bad, but I wants the gold. So then, secondary hero is going to use a second movement point, head up here. Primary is going to go down here, and we'll get a battle going right away. Again, I'm playing on normal difficulty. So this is going to be 1 bronze unit. Let me set up my team first. Alright, and we are going to face Centaurs with an initiative of 7. Alright, Gargoyles have an initiative of 9. So, I'm not going to do Chain Lightning. Let's just go in for the kill right away, I guess. Initiative of 9, I'll go first. So that's going to be 3 attack against a 0 defense. So 3, 2. Does 2 damage to him. I might lose my gargoyles from a pack to a few. Whoops. Him. That's an activation. Retaliation is 2. Does 1 damage to my gargoyles because they have a defense of 1. That's retaliation. Okay. They have initiative of 7, bronze to bronze. They're going to attack again. 0. So they do 1 more to my gargoyles. And that is an activation from them. Gargoyles retaliate at -1. So 2 more. Alright. Magi are going to attack. It's front line to front line, so no combat penalty. 3 against 0. They're dead. Okay. And this game, this current match, goes to, I have till the end of round 11 to win. Alright, so that was a level 1 encounter. I am level 1, so I get half experience. And roll the treasure die. Resource die. 2 valuables. Okay. That was 1 movement point. We'll do just 2, 3, and go up here to the first mine. I have to capture all the 3 mines before I can fight the rust dragons in the gem pond, is the special rules. So, let's get here first. The first mine. Expecting the mighty creatures to challenge your army, you enter one of the first dragon-infested mines in the region. But, to your disappointment, rather than Rust Dragon's fiery gaze, you are met with the silence and dust settling gently on your head. This mine is abandoned. But why? You dig into the mystery, and soon you learn the simple truth. There's nothing worth eating here anymore. Not for them. No one can mine in these tunnels now, you murmur to yourself. The people of Bracada have kept the Crulodians at bay by controlling the mines. Now Rust Dragons have taken over, and all the resources of this land will be gone, unless somebody stops them. The people are in need of your help, and your skills could use some sharpening. This is a level 1 encounter, and while there may be nothing for the Rust Dragons to eat, there is materials for me to get. So, we face Iron Golems. Ooh, and an initiative of 3. That's going to be pretty decent, I think. Okay. Let's do Gargoyles right away. And that's going to be +1, so 4, -1, 3 damage to them. They've got 1 hit point left. That's an activation. Retaliation, 2. Against a defense of 1. They do 1 to my gargoyles. That's a retaliation. My iron golems are going to go now. We will do 3 base attack. And this unit reduces any damage taken from spells. Okay. +1. So 4 against that. That's 3. They're dead. All right. Level up. These are mine. Okay. Nice, simple, quick battle. Hopefully the dust of me not playing for a couple of weeks is not showing. I hope I'm not making any mistakes. Don't think I am. Level 2, I can now use 1 expert ability per battle, which I guess I can keep track with these black cubes. This is mine now, literally. So I will flag it. It increases my production by 2, and I will put this... No, I don't need to put a token on there. Yeah, I do. I don't think so. Never mind. I am playing alone. No one else is going to... If I lose those mines somehow, I'll lose them. All right, here we go. Round 2. An astrologer's round. And astrologers proclaim Week of the Plane Between Planes. Each player can immediately remove up to 2 cards from their hand or from their discard pile. Hello? Is anybody right there? I am going to remove a knowledge card from my deck. Ugh. And apparently remove the miniatures from the map. Anyway, that was the astrologer's round. Let's begin the round. Refresh my movement points. We're going to do... I should have explored with my secondary hero, because now I can't occupy that space. We're going to do 1 movement point to explore this tile. There is a mine right there, but it's a level 3 encounter. So we'll put the stable right there to get that movement point back. We'll do a movement point to go to the stable and get it back. And then we will do a movement point to go to this windmill. And this is a visitable location, so it gives me 1 valuable. And we will do my last movement point to discover this tile, which there is another mine, but we will put the experience there. Okay, 1 movement point for this guy here, 1 movement point for this guy to go here, and we will roll the treasure die. So that is an artifact. So I believe I searched the artifact 2. Yep, search 2. I don't want those stupid boots of polarity. So my options are Scales of the Greater Basilisk. You met an old armorer who claims he owes you a favor. Taking him up on it, he pieces together some basilisk scales, forming a well-fashioned breastplate. Instant +3 spell power, or instant +1 spell power and draw a card. Well... And Endless Purse of Gold. Gain 3 gold, or instant, remove this card and discard 2 cards from your hand, and then gain 8 gold. In your travels, you find a leather purse filled with gold that once belonged to a great warrior king who had the ability to transform any inanimate object into gold. Well, he could probably transform any inanimate object into gold, but he can't transform trash into a card I would take. So, Scales of the Greater Basilisk it is. And as with all things your secondary hero earns, they go to your primary hero, which now I'm above my hand limit for the start of the resource round. But that should be okay. Okay. Refresh my movement point. Well, first, it is a resource round, so I get my income of 10 gold. Well, actually, wait. Go back to the end of round 2 before I'm done here. Is there anything I can do? Because this was refreshed from round 2 because I bought my secondary in round 1. What can I do? I can do Mage Guild, maybe. 4 gold. I have 4 gold. 2 building materials and a valuable would get me a Mage Guild. Or I could save it. And this would be 2, 3, 4. I would not be able to build the enchanted towers. Let's go for the Mage Guild. So 2 building material, 4 gold, and a valuable will get me my Mage Guild, which, when built, search the spell deck twice. I don't want anti-magic, so my options would be teleport. During combat, move 1 allied unit to any empty space. Ignore any obstacles or effects when moving. Or haste. Till the end of combat, the selected unit gains +1, 2, or 3 initiative. I'll take haste. Pass on teleport. And my second option, which I will leave teleport in the discard pile and search again. Misfortune. Play immediately when the selected enemy unit is attacking. Negate an attack die, result, or an additional attack from any card. Or Town Portal. Move your hero to a selected town or settlement in your control. And, ooh, Town Portal. Yeah. Extra movement's pretty good. Which, by the way, let me just say a strategy my dad always liked to use when played the video game. He would always play a castle, because human units are cheap, and you can get them in abundance, and archangels are a force. However, his favorite hero was Sir Moloch, because Sir Moloch had some innate movement bonuses. And then if you can get him logistics and pathfinding, plus the boots of speed, and if you got him to expert earth magic with Town Portal, you could get Sir Moloch almost anywhere on the map in a single turn, because with Town Portal and expert earth magic, you can select the town you go to, not just the nearest town. But my dad would use this to great effect when he played the game, and Sir Moloch is one of my favorite heroes because of that. So yeah, there you go. Little peek into some strategy. And also, because I'll have to discard cards before I end this round, I might as well do this View Air and play this. No. This would be 3. Yeah, play this as an instant to increase the spell power to 1, and I'll get 2 building materials. Because it has the global effect. Because I gotta remember to utilize my town more. I've been not taking an action or doing something every turn, and I have a feeling that that is slowly putting me behind, because I'm trying to hoard resources and go for, say, getting a gold tier unit as soon as possible, but then when I get it, it's already near the end of the game. Anyway, that's going to be, I still have 1 card extra, but I want Town Portal. I want this, and I want these 2. So I'll have to discard that one. Anyway, now it is going to be round 3, resource round, refreshing my tokens. That's already refreshed. All right, and now my income, 10 gold, 2 building material, and I will choose 4 gold because it's a resource round from my city hall. Okay, checking my hand size. I have to get rid of this. So, flip back your population build and spell tokens. Okay. Now, here we go. Here's what I want to do this round. Let's first off get some buildings going here, I think. Get some genie, maybe. So the enchanted towers would be 10 or 8 gold. 2, 3, 4. Because I used that. I can't do that. Okay. So instead, can't do any of that. Can I get any building materials this turn? Because I can always Town Portal. Yeah. Let's do this. Alright. Movement point number 1 is going to be to here, the learning stone, so I'll gain an experience point. That is not a combat encounter. Movement point number 2 is we'll go here. It's a level 2 encounter. I am level 2, so that's going to be 2 bronze tier units. So let's face dragonflies and halflings. Find the halfling. So we've got an initiative of 8, 6, and I've got mine with 9. So I might be blowing this spell early, but let's just do this. We'll do Chain Lightning. This as an instant to add 3 power. This as an instant to add 1 power, so I'll deal 3, 2, and 1 damage to the closest units. So we'll do 3 to the dragonflies, killing them. We'll do 2 to the halflings. Okay, maybe if we can get the tokens. We'll do 2 to the halflings, and then 1 to my iron golems. This unit reduces any damage taken from spells by 2 to a minimum of 0. So there's that. And initiative of 9. We'll start off. I just need to roll anything. +1. 4 attack against 0 defense equals dead halflings. So that was a level 2 encounter. I am level 2. I'll just put those back. Now I am level 3. And I get to search the artifact deck. Dragon Wing Tabard. Discard 1 random card from the enemy's hand or instant spell power. Ridding the countryside of the hideous dragon who made sport of eating a nobleman's knights, you are honored with a Dragon Wing Tabard. Or Targe of the Rampaging Ogre, or Targ. Instant, discard 2 cards to gain +2 defense. Then, instead of discarding, put this card back into your hand, or instant +1 defense. You come upon a bridge spanning a dry gully. As you begin to cross, a gigantic, maddened ogre appears from the other side and charges toward you, forcing you to slay it. You decide to take its shield as a trophy. I will take that. I'm not a huge fan of discarding random cards. Even though it's from the enemy's hand, there is no enemy to have, so this thing is basically a spell power, which I have plenty of being a magic hero, so I don't want it. Alright, if I go to the trading post, let's see. And I looked up a few videos just to pronounce it correctly, usually as an E on the end of it, but a lot of the Irish pronunciation is Targe, so I'm going to keep it as Targe. Anyway, let's continue, and I have 1 more movement point left. I was looking at the trading. So, for silver tier, I'll need 8 gold, which would be, I have 2 left over, and I need 2 materials. So, if I'm selling gold for building material, it's 2 for 1. I have extra valuables, so I will sell 1 valuable and get 2 building material. Oh, yes, I'm going to the trading post. And I will keep the rest. So, that's the trading post. Now, for the rest of my turn, I am going to spend 8 gold, getting 2 back. 6 building materials, which is all of mine. And 3 valuables to build the enchanted towers. Now I can recruit silver tier units. Okay. Was that a great move? I don't know. That was the last of this. We'll spend a movement point to go here, getting a movement point back. And we will just spend 2 more. I could go for that. However, I have a plan with that. So, not going to do that. That is the end of that round. I'm going to... Oh, yes. My hand size is now 5 since I'm level 3. So that's the end of the round. Refresh my tokens. No events happen. Round 4 begins. And it is an astrologer's round. Astrologers proclaim Week of the Greedy Dragon. At the beginning of the next resource round, all players gain 1 less valuable, down to a minimum of 0. Never laugh at live dragons. Dracon, you fool. Even this event is specifically about how my guy is an idiot. Yeah, great. Okay, so that's going to be 3, 4, 5. Discard any number of cards. Check your hand limit. Draw up to your limit. If the number of cards is equal to your hand limit, draw no cards. So I can't discard this knowledge card and get something else. So, oh, I have to go to a mine. I positioned that poorly. I have to go to a mine to continue. Huh. Well, we'll spend 2 movement points and go here to this campfire, which is going to be 1 resource die, 4 building material. All right, how much am I? 8 gold. I've got 3, 6. And if I sell 1 for 1, I need 3, 2. Okay. That would be a waste of a turn. This is visited. Would it be a waste of a turn? Because I have no choice but to fight in a Azure Dragon, I believe. What do I got here? Well, I was going to do this later, but I guess I will do it now. I will cast Town Portal, and I will go back to town, and maybe 1, 2, 3. It is lower level than my hero, so they flee in terror, and I get to search the artifact deck, not roll a die. Come on, something. The Recanter's Cloak. During this combat, no hero can use spells with a power of 0, or during this combat, no hero can use spells. Remove this card after combat. You discover a young woman fleeing from a hungry bear. You slay the beast in the nick of time, and the grateful sorceress weaves a magic cloak from a bear's hide. The bear's hide, or the ever-flowing crystal cloak. Discard 3 cards to gain 2 crystal, or instant gain 1 crystal. Taking shelter from a storm in a small cave, you notice a small patch of crystal in one corner. Curious, you discover that the patch is really a cloak, and when you break a piece off, it mysteriously grows back. You decide to take the cloak with you. I will, and I will use it right away to gain a valuable. No, I will not. Let me think about this for a second. Okay, I'm still taking this. However, discard 3 cards. Discard 2 cards. +1. I'll discard these 3, hopefully getting my deck to cycle. And as an instant, I will gain 2 valuables. Okay, that was that round. I'm going to have to fight. Let's go to a resource round. That is going to be... First, I'll take my 4 gold as my extra. Then I get income of 10 gold, 2 building materials, and no valuables because of Week of the Greedy Dragon, plus I don't have any valuables income. All right. Now, I'm going to have to fight. So, let's check my hand size. I get 1, 2, 1 more, or 2 more cards. All right, shuffled up. Ever-flowing crystal cloak and view air. Awful. I don't want these. I want stuff to fight. Well, that's not happening. So, no sense crying over spilled milk. Gonna have to go to battle and most likely lose some guys here. I don't want to fight here, because then I'd have to do another mine fight. I did as stupid with the town portal, so I'm not going to be able to do much this turn. So again, we'll discard 3 cards. This is going to be a bad waste of a round. It's going to put me way behind. Discard 3 cards to gain 2 valuables. And then I'll cast this as an instant to gain 3 gold. Okay, and with my movement points, I will go 1, 2, 3. And this one is just going to go here at 1. So trading post. Okay, Golden Temples is going to be 10, 9, and 4. So there's 4 valuables, 10. I've got 3, 4, 5, 6. This would be 7, 8. 8. And then need 2 gold for 1 building material. That would be 9. So I'm going to spend all my building material and all of my valuables and my gold to build the Golden Temples. I can now recruit gold tier units, which that's 9, 10, 11. Okay. I have one more turn to think about this here. So that was terrible. Astrologer's round. Flipping over this. Flip over my build token, which I didn't flip over last time. Give me something. Give me something. Astrologers proclaim Week of the Fancy Pixie. Each player immediately gains 1 positive morale token. I decided to take into my own hands fate. This was the first time for love I made We Were Young. Astrologers proclaim Week of the Fancy Pixie. Each player immediately gains 1 positive morale token. I decided to take into my own hands fate. This was the first time for love I made. We were young. I was the moment's owner. We went out on a date to a skeleton transformer. Her heart is on my sleeve. We know each other thoroughly. I've looked right through her. I know every bone of she. All right. So this is new round. I don't really have the luxury of sitting around because I am already on round 6 of 11. So I'm over halfway done, and I've only got 2 tiles explored. I made a stupid mistake locking myself out up there going for that experience. Was not paying attention. Okay, we've got a hand size of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where is all my combat stuff? I'm going to have to blow another round just to hopefully get some units here. Which we are going to do. I'll spend my primary movement points to go up here. I'll leave that there and I'll end the round. Bad move. Okay, resource round, round 7. Get my 10 gold, my 4 from my city hall, and my 2 building materials, no valuables. I will discard this, and haste, I believe, to get 1, 2, 3. There's town portal again, which I don't really want, but I can use it for spell power. Okay, now, gold tier units. I'm going to need a Titan, I believe. That's 10, 13, 16, 18 gold, and 1 valuable is what I need. Okay. So, movement, you're going to go to the trading post. I need 1 valuable. So it's either 3 gold or 2 building material. I'm not going to be building, so I'll spend my 2 building material to get the gold. Spend all that to get some Titans in my fight here. Alright. And now I don't have 32 gold to increase them to a pack. 3, 6 gold. What can I get for 6 gold? I need something. Oh, gremlins are free. Well, yeah. It's 5 units. So, we'll just take these into the battle. And why did I go to the trading post with this guy? I didn't have to. Oh, yes, I did. I just had to get my Titans. Man, I already visited that. I'm getting nervous here. Making stupid errors. Okay. Number 1. Now, normally this would be a level 3 encounter, but special rules apply because it's the second mine. The second mine. As you enter the crystal mine, you hear a death-filled scream that would make any other man go mad. You head towards the faint light that looks to be deep within the cave. As you approach the light, you see dragons holding a man, who turns his head toward you and in a faint whisper says, "Help us." Alright, we are entering the first battle with rust dragons, and it doesn't matter how I'm going to set up my... Well, it does matter, but the rust dragons will always be right there. They are alone, and we'll do this Titan, and actually, yeah, well, it's not going to matter. We'll do gargoyles, magi. Okay, so they start with a paralyzed token, which I'll refresh the rules on that real quick. Paralysis. A paralyzed unit skips the next activation and removes the token instead. If it is attacked or takes any damage before that time, remove the paralysis token from that unit. This unit performs a retaliation attack if it did not perform it during this combat round. So the battle is going to start with them skipping their first activation, because they are first. So now it is my turn with an initiative of 9 on the gargoyles. I could probably use them to absorb that retaliation attack. They'll go down for sure from pack to few, but at least my giants, or my titans, won't be dead. What else can I do here? What is their special ability? On a -1, results on the attack die, decrease the attack to units defense by 2 to a minimum of 0. Oi! And even though they are giving up their first action, I still have to draw the AI card. The unit that is about to attack gains +1 attack. But that would do nothing because they pass up their first round. Because I believe I have to draw an AI card every time. That does not happen, but that will be what's upcoming. It skips its activation. So, now it is my turn. Okay. Well, we're going to do this as an expert ability. Until the end of the next combat round, all of your ranged units gain +1 initiative and +1 attack. So that is just my magi, because my gremlins are not upgraded to a pack. But before combat, I could use my town abilities. I already recruited. Can't go back and do that. Pay attention to what you're doing. Okay, so +1 initiative, +1 attack. And this, I'm going to use this as an instant and this as an instant to give it +2 spell power, which boosts this up to 3 damage. The rust dragons do not have any reduction to magic. So that's going to be that, and I only have this power card in my hand, which is going to do nothing. Okay. Goblins are going to activate just to... gargoyles. 9, 7, 5, 5. Yeah, the Titans are next. 1, 2, 3. Gargoyles are only here to eat this retaliation attack. So 3. -1 is 2 against a defense of 3. Does nothing. Rust dragons retaliate with 7. 8. So that puts them at 7 damage coming at them. So that's 3 and 3. They're dead. But they retaliated. So now the Titans are going to go. Titans are going to attack with 6. So 6 minus 3 is 3 more damage. Actually. Okay, that is an activation from the Titans. 5 Magi. Iron Golems are going to go, and they will fight with 3. 4 against defensive 3. They do 1 damage. 1 is 1. We'll take it. Gremlins are not going to go because they're not activated. Magi with a 3. Oh, they could be in the back line because they ignore combat penalties. Okay. Nice. 0. 3 on 3. Nothing. So that's an activation. Gremlin's now going to go up there. New round. Ugh, here it comes. Titans are being attacked by Rust Dragons. So 7. 6, 5, 4. Without these Titans, I'm going to lose. Retaliation from the Titans is going to be 5. 2 more damage. Okay. So that is an attack and a retaliation from my Titans. I just need to do 1 damage. Well, I can. Titans are going to attack at 6 minus 3 is 3. They're dead. Oh, man. Awful. And I have got another mine and, like, not the time to do this. Okay, lost my gargoyles in that fight, so I won't be able to do that trick again next time. Keeping the Rust Dragons aside. What do I get? Alright, when you defeat one of the Rust Dragons' armies, which that was the first Rust Dragons army, you get 1 valuable and experience. 1 experience. So I'll take that, but it says when you defeat one of the Rust Dragons armies, you get that. So I don't believe I get that every time. But that's that mine. We will flag it, increase my gold production, and I get 5 gold immediately. Okay, we will do a movement point to explore this, which is going to be another mine. Ooh. Let's not lock myself out this time. We'll do a movement point to go to this redwood tower here and visit it. And we'll explore this one with it. Obelisk. Not the gem pond. So the gem pond is going to be up there. Level encounters, that's a level 5. It doesn't matter because the dragons are guarding the mines. Put this mine off in the distance here. Okay, and we'll spend a movement point to move this bozo out to the side there. Gargoyles are there. Oh, man. Not doing so hot. That's that round. And I forgot the AI's card, which would have been 1 more damage to my Titans. So I still would have lived. But forgetting a rule is forgetting a rule. Still would have lived with 1 more damage. Astrologer's round. All right. Astrologers proclaim week of the big cleanup. Each player must immediately discard all cards from their hand and draw the same number of cards. It's time for spring cleaning. It's winter. We're in Aeoful. Duh. All right. I discard that and I draw that. So better. Okay. So I draw 1 and I need 3 more. Let me shuffle these. Knowledge, power, archery. Let's do... I'm not going to trade anything. Let's go to the Witch's Hut. You may either remove an ability card from your hand or look at the top card of the ability deck and put that card into your hand or into the discard pile. Learning. Play when the hero is about to level up. Advance their experience level by an additional half level, or play when the hero is about to level up by an additional level. Then remove this card. I will take that. And my last movement is going to go here. Get +3 gold. Okay, that's visited. And this guy is going to go 1, 2. He's going to go there. Okay, now we will end that round. 9. Round 9. Resource round. I've got a hand size of 5, so I will get rid of knowledge. Keep what's left in my hand. Get 15 gold. +4 from my city hall. 2 building materials, no valuables. Alrighty. Okay, I looked and I didn't see anything that explained what the obelisk does, so I do believe it does nothing. Let me see what a scholar does. Roll 1 attack die. Depending on the result, do the following. +1, draw 1 chosen statistic card or remove one of the statistic cards from your hand. 0, draw 2 ability cards, take 1 and discard the other. -1, draw 2 spell cards, take 1 and discard the other. I will go to the scholar. That seems pretty good. So we'll go here. That's a level 2 encounter. They flee in terror. So I get this right away. Visited. -1, so lame. Spell cards. Magic arrow or counter-strike. Remove the black cube from the selected unit card. That unit is now able to perform a retaliation attack once again. Do magic arrow. And we will continue here, spending 1 to go here and 1 to explore this tile, which puts us at... Did this Witch Hut have an encounter level? No, it did not. This one does. I think I can spend gold for that. Let me just see real quick. Tree of Knowledge. Pay 3 valuables or 10 gold to gain 2. Okay, yeah. Let's do that. That next round. So we are going to go here with this guy and fight the Rust Dragons again as a secondary hero. This might be a terrible choice. Before battle starts, I'm going to use my town actions to see what I can get here. Nagas would be 13. How much gold do I have? 10. 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 10. And 2 valuables. Couldn't get them. So we'll spend 10. Spend 13 gold to buy some Nagas. And let's spend 3 gold to buy gargoyles. I'm going to leave my gremlins out of battle this time. And I've got 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's going to upgrade my Magi to a pack. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Upgrade my gargoyles to a pack. All right. So I can ignore combat penalties with it, I think. Ignore combat penalties. Add 1 spell power to the first spell you cast this round when they activate. Alright. Nagas, the Titans, Gargoyles, Iron Golems. Alright, let's see what we face. It is going to be the Rust Dragons and gold golems. The third mine. It has been a long trek through the mountains and trees. On your travels, you come across a very old man lying on the ground. With a bandage over his head and a sling around his neck, he looks to be unconscious, if not dead. Closing your eyes and shaking your head, you decide to rid the land of dragons that did this. Knowing you well, some of your men volunteer to bury the body. You cannot just leave him here to rot. Still, even the tiniest delay invites the risk of losing track of the enemy. Now I get to choose one. Weaken one of your units from a pack to a few, then gain a positive morale token, or gain a negative morale token. I will gain the negative since I already have a positive. That'll cancel that out. While you are hiking through the mountains, you see a glint of reddish-orange in the not-too-distant sky. As you walk up to the mine, you feel a slight breeze. Seeing the dragons land, you smile at your precise timing. Nobody but the dragons will get hurt this time, you tell yourself. Okay, now, just shuffle these real quick. They have initiative. Defense. Put this card on the unit with the highest health in the army. When this unit is about to be attacked, it gains +1 defense. That would be the Rust Dragons. Have +1 defense. They go here. They will activate, or they will attack the, what are they called? The Titans. Okay, so 7 -1. Decrease the attack units by 2. Okay. So that's 1. They do 6 damage. That's so bad. 6 damage. I retaliate. That's 6. So 3. And that's an activation. That's a retaliation. Okay. I've only got 2 more turns to do this, and one of them is a resource round, so I might be able to buy Titans back if they die. Man, don't have any cards to use. My initiative is 9, so I will go first. And again, let's bait out the attack with the gargoyles. 3, so 2, nothing. Rust Dragons retaliate at 6, so that's going to be 5 damage. 3, 4, 5. They are at 1 hit point left. Was kind of hoping they would die. That's an activation. That's a retaliation. Now it is time for the Titans to attack. At +1, 7, 6, 5, 4 damage. So we've got 3, 4, 5. And then 2. I've got 3 hit points left. That's an activation on my Titans. 6, 6, and 5. We will do the Magi. And they're going to do 4 against theirs. So, oh man. No, we'll do it on the gold golems. 4 -1 is 3. They have a defensive 2. Gold golems take 1. Okay, that's an activation from them. Nagas are going to go, and they are going to attack. Ignore retaliation attacks. Okay. Nagas at 5, 6. 4 damage to them. Okay. No retaliation. Gold golems are still going to attack. And they're gold tier to gold tier, so +1. 4 does 2. And they are going to retaliate at +1. So 6, 5, 4. Gold golems out the door. This unit is about to attack, gains +1, so they're at 3. Not. I always forget those AI cards. Okay. So that is a retaliation from them. And the iron golems get to go. 1, 2, 3. Taking the long road to ruin. That is that round. Time for the rust dragons to wipe out my titans. I wanted the Nagas to be in there so I could make them attack them, but not happening. Rust dragons attacking the titans. So that's going to be 8. They are dead. Okay, there goes that. That's an activation. 6, 6, and 6. Magi, no, Nagas ignore retaliation. So we'll do Nagas at 5, 4. They do 1 damage. Oh, man. 5, 6, 7, 8. They need 2 more. Okay, that's an activation on the Nagas. Magi are going to attack. 4, 3, nothing. 1, 2, 3, and nothing. I'm not going to attack with my gargoyles because it's just pointless. Okay. Rust dragons activating again. Attacking my Nagas. At 8, 6, they're dead. Oh, man. My Magi got to pull this one off here. All right, Magi. At +1, 5. So 2 damage. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They're dead. At what cost? Oh. These rust dragons are some nasty bad guys. I don't think I can win. We'll try, but without my 2 gold tier units, I should not have attacked with my secondary hero. That was dumb. So, he is here. I flag that mine. I get my valuables income increased, and I get an immediate income from that. So, let's do this. End that round. Well, no. I think my main hero did not have 1 more. Or did he? If he did have 1 more, I should have... Oh, no, that's my secondary hero. He went there. Okay, flipping these over. It's time for new astrologers around. Keep my hand the way it is. And then it's round 10. I've got next turn to win this, so I better hang around that gem pond. Astrologers proclaim Week of the Blue Sky. Until the next astrologers round, all spells from the air magic and water magic schools are cast at +1 power. Hey, elemental faces, welcome to the Enroth races. A celebration, blue skies up there waiting, and now is the day we've waited for. So I have to get rid of 1 card because of my hand size only being 5. I'll get rid of Magic Arrow. We are going to go here, and we're going to trade. Selling gold for valuable 6. Oh. Or I'm selling building materials 3 for 1. Oh, I can't do it. I won't go there. So instead, I will go here with 1, and then here with 1. So that is Magic Spring. You may look at the top 3 cards of your discard pile and take 1 of them back into your hand. Well, I guess I will I'll take Knowledge into my hand. So that's that. Now with the main hero, I won't be able to get this. I have to resolve it. So I'm not going to end a turn. 2 will go here. It is a level 4 encounter, which is the same as... No, it's above me. So, level 4 encounter is going to be 2 silver, 1 bronze. Now I've got Magi. I've got basically my starting army. So we'll put Magi there. Iron Golems here, Gargoyles there. Okay, Bronze tier, Centaurs, Silver tier, Sharpshooters, and Dendroids. Alrighty. I have 6, 5, 6, 9 initiative. They are going to be first. Okay, Silver tier, they're going to shoot at my Magi. And they ignore combat penalties. That's 3, 0, defensive 1. They do 2 damage to my Magi. That is an activation on them. So now 7 Centaurs go. They are going to attack Gargoyles. And that's going to be +1. 3 against a defensive 1. They do 2. Gargoyles retaliate. At 2 against defensive 0. 2. Activation. Retaliation. Can I get a turn now, please? Okay, 6 Magi. We are going to cast Chain Lightning. And that is going to be 3. We'll do this as an instant for 3 spell power. This as an instant for 1 spell power to put this up to 4. And that's going to be 3, 2, and 1. So let's blast the Sharpshooters with 3, the Dendroids with 2. Enemy units that start activation cannot move. Okay. And then 1 to the Centaur. Alright, now as an expert ability, since I can do one of those, play this card after casting a spell. Instead of discarding the spell card, take it back into your hand. During this combat round, your spell limit is increased by 1. So Chain Lightning is back into my hand, and I will cast it again to do 1, 1, and 1. So this puts them up to 4. Not dead. This puts these Dendroids up to 3. And the Sharpshooters up to 4. Alright, now I will also play this as a regular. During this combat round, your ranged units gain +1 attack if the target is not adjacent to them. So, with +1 attack, we are going to... the Magi are going to shoot the Sharpshooters. So that's going to be 4 +1 from archery is 5 against a defensive 0. They are dead. Sharpshooters are out. And that is an activation on the Magi. Centaur's already activated. Gargoyles. They are going to attack the Centaur. So 2 against defensive 0 is 2 more. So 3, 4, 5. Say they're dead. Centaurs are out. That's an activation on the Gargoyles. Iron Golems. Now, I don't care if they can't move. They're here to just beat down these Dendroids. Iron Golems attacking the Dendroids. At 3. Against a defensive 2, they do 1 damage to them. Dendroids retaliate. 3 against 2, does 1 damage back. The beatdown is slow. So that's an activation. That's a retaliation. Dendroids are going to activate. At 2 against defensive 2 is nothing. Iron Golems respond with +1. So 4 against 2 is 2 damage. 3, 4, 5, 6. They're dead. Dead droids. Feel free to use that one. But if anybody laughed, you tell them that you got it from Vecna. If they don't, then say you made it up. Anyway, Iron Golems. Battle cleanup. Had to go through all my cards, but I wanted to do that because now I'm going to gain, it's higher level than me, so I gained 2 experience points, but I used my expert Well, so play when the hero is about to level up, advance their experience level by an additional half level. So instead, I just get 3. 1, 2, 3. Boo. Okay. That was stupid. Now my hand size is 6, and I could do 2 expert cards. Okay. I've got 1 more movement point. Oh, first to resolve the witch's hut. Which... Logistics. At the end of your turn, move your hero's model to an adjacent empty field. Your hero gains +1 movement. As an instant. Is there any empty fields? No, none of those are empty. I can't do that as an expert. I do believe that I can't win. I have to get 2 mines in this round. Okay. The 11th round, the final hour, the tower campaign. Ugh, that was my major mistake, lining this up till there was only a rust dragon to fight when I wasn't ready. So the tower campaign is likely coming to an end here. We'll see. We've got 10, 3, 4, 5, plus the bonus gold. And we've got 2 building materials and 1 valuable. I can't do it. I can't do this. Oh. I'm going to discard logistics for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, because 1 movement wouldn't get me there and back again. A hobbit's tail. Let's move. Okay, I can split up the movement. So 1 for sure is going to go to the trading post. I need these giants, or the titans and nagas back. So 10. That would be nagas. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Need 9 more gold. Can I get 9 gold with this? Okay, 9 gold. That'd be 3. And 4, 5, 6, 7. So instead, we'll do 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, and a valuable to buy the titans. Get those. I have my free gremlins. Genies. 6. This would be 7, 8, 9. Sell a valuable. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. To get genies, which put my gremlins off the stack. Okay, so now to reinforce, I need 4 gold. Which I know I'm buying, trading, upgrading. I would do all this as one action to trade first. I'm just trying to maximize my options here. So I've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's not enough. So instead, I'll just spend 4 gold, upgrade these gargoyles to a pack. I probably should have went for the Nagas without the retaliation attack. Okay. Maybe not set up my giants for failure. Iron golems, they can take a hit or two. The gargoyles are there to eat the retaliation attack. Okay. I don't have enough to restock this army once I'm done. So we've got to do it. Actually, we won't do that because I'm going to continue my trade action. I'm still in my trade action, but as an instant, I'm going to use the Ever-Flowing Crystal Cloak and discard 3 cards to gain 2 valuables, so I still have more I can do. So that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then this would be 10, 11, 12, 13 gold. I might as well see what I can do with that. Because I don't have one more mine to get. I have just the gem pond. I have to do this turn. So that's 10, 13 gold, which is enough to buy some Nagas. So we will put the Nagas in and get rid of the Iron Golems. We'll get rid of the Iron Golems. They will not be joining us in the fight. Okay. So that is all I can do. That's the best I can do to prepare, I think. No, I can do more. That was the trade action. That is now done. I am now moving on from that. I'll do a move action to go here. The obelisk does nothing that I could find in this scenario, so we'll go here. Since that's a level 4 encounter, I am level 5. They flee in terror, so I get Shrine of the Magic Gesture, which is search to the spell deck. Anything to help in this last fight. My choices are Misfortune and View Air. Well, I will take Misfortune because, no. Play immediately when the selected enemy unit is attacking. Negate an attack die result or an additional attack from any card. Doesn't work on Azure tier units, but it is a spell power boost. Might be able to stop something else. Okay. Got 2 movement left. I'll spend 1 to go here. I messed this whole campaign up, I just realized. No, this is not a neutral unit. Okay, that's only against neutral units where you have to spend movement points. Ooh, yikes. Okay, I don't think I did that where I continued a neutral battle when there was... It's against the Rust Dragons, which are an enemy army, not neutral, for the sake of spending your movement points. Anyway, panic done. If I did do that wrong, I don't think I did. Let me check. Okay, yes. It says that when combat is initiated against neutral units, you must spend a movement point at the end of a combat round if you fail to beat the bronze, silver, or gold tier neutral unit within 1 combat round. Otherwise, you fail the combat. However, hero versus hero is different. The hero versus hero combat setup is very similar to a neutral unit combat setup. The only difference is that it requires 2 players, both of whom command their units. First, the attacking player faces up to blah blah blah, but on the opposing round, now there is no spending movement points when you fight a hero, because to end combat against a hero, it can only end in 3 ways. The player chooses to surrender. That's only if they're fighting an enemy player. Player retreats from the encounter. This can only happen if they fight neutral units other than Azure tier. And all units on either side are defeated. So there's 2 things here that are important about this. The Azure tier units, I believe you can't retreat from, so you can't spend the movement points to continue the fight. You have to either fight them or die. And then hero versus hero combat continues. AI hero setup, so these are not neutral encounters. So I believe that the encounters with the Rust Dragons, according to rules as written, are treated as AI hero versus hero, so the combat continues until one side loses. So I did this right. That was like 4 minutes of explaining me saying, I'm just going to keep playing. So, how do I want to do this? The Titans can survive a hit. The Gargoyles can go here. The Magi, I want them back in this corner. Genies could survive a hit too, I think. No. 7 and 7. The Genies can play the role of the Gargoyles. I don't want my Titans to start off wounded. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, they could do that. Or 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's how we'll do this. Now, let's see how the AI hero setup is going to be. What? 2 Rust Dragons? Ugh. The final confrontation. You approach a gem pond swarming with dragons. A wave of nauseating, acrid stench hits your nostrils, forcing your breakfast back out. Blech! You immediately cover your mouth, desperately struggling against the urge. Not without an effort, you finally manage to contain yourself. Some of your men are less successful, though. The smell is excruciatingly bad. The sun is beating down on the blood-covered sulfur. The dragons have done a number here. You push forward. When you are about to enter the pond, you almost are run down by an avalanche of prospectors. At a quick glance, you take notice of how battered and broken the people are. Not wanting them to suffer any longer, you quickly run in to slay the dragons who are tormenting them. Okay, so the Rust Dragons are going to activate twice first before I get to do anything. Now, AI movement tries to target same tier to same tier, so I believe I made a mistake last time where they moved to attack. They will attack within one space a lower tier if a same tier is not available. So these Rust Dragons are going to actually move 1. They move into range if necessary. They're going to probably wipe out these Gargoyles. AI card. They get +1 attack. 8 against the defensive 1 is 7, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is that. Gargoyles are out. That's an activation. These Rust Dragons going to attack these Titans. 7. And we're going to do this as an instant. Discard 2 cards to gain 2 defense and put this back into my hand. So 7 -1 reduces the defense by 2, so there goes the charge. So 7, 6, 5, 4 damage to the Titans. Retaliation. 5 does 2. I am going to lose. Okay. 17 and 17, that's an activation. 7, 6, and 7. We will do Genies. They are going to attack the gold golems. 3. 2 against defensive 2 does nothing. Retaliation of 4 does 3 to the Genies. That's an activation. That's a retaliation. Magi are going to shoot at these Rust Dragons here at 4. So 5. That's 2 damage. That's an activation. I'm moving out of order here. The Titans are first. Titans are going to attack the Rust Dragons. And we are going to discard this as an instant to get +1 defense against the retaliation. 5. They do 2 damage. Retaliate. It's going to be 7 because I'm just canceling out the charge with that 7. So 4 more damage, which I believe kills them. 6, 7, 8. Yep. Wow. Nagas are going to go and they are going to attack the Rust Dragons. No. They'll attack the Gold Golems because they ignore retaliation. 5. So 3 damage. Probably should have attacked the dragons. Gold Golems, do these ones attacking the genies. 3, 4, does 3 more damage. Genies are dead. That's an activation. Attacking the Nagas. 0, 3, does 1 to the Nagas. Nagas retaliate. At 5, minus that is 3. They are dead. Okay. New combat round. Gold Golem 1 would have done an extra attack to the genie. Gold Golems number 2 would have got another defense. So they are alive with 1 hit point remaining because she did 3 more to them. Okay, now it's a new round. These Rust Dragons are going to activate. That's going to be +1 defense. Highest health will be them ones. That's 8. 6. That's enough to kill the Nagas. And that's an activation. 1, 2, 3. They can't do anything. Magi are going to activate. We're going to attack those Gold Golems that are wounded because I'm killing something before I go down. It's 4, 2 damage. These Gold Golems are dead. That's an activation. Gold Golems are going to activate. That's -1, so it negates that. Which these Rust Dragons would have had that. Oh, man, I'm really bad with these cards here, remembering to do them. I'll just, the Gold Golems have the +1 attack. So it's going to be 4 against a defensive 1 is 3 damage. Magi retaliate, ignoring combat penalties. It's going to be 3, does 1 damage. New combat round. These Rust Dragons are going to activate. And they get +1 attack. So that's 8. 8. 7 damage. So that'd be 1, yeah, 4. They are dead. And I lose. Well, it's time to pick another faction. We will return to the Tower campaign someday. But until then, Dracon is dead. He failed to kill the Rust Dragons. His mom will be disappointed, and he can stop obsessing because now he has stopped living.